We attune ourselves to the rhythms of the rainforest, to the last sun stretching across the cliff faces, to the blooming flower forests, to the fireflies navigating their way through darkness, and to the soft waters flowing from the mountains. The beginning of spring brings the rainforest to life. Blue water flows through glowing green mountains, shifting in the sun's golden afternoon rays. We live to the calendar of the seasons. Spring teaches us lessons of rebirth and renewal. The forest is waking, and so are we.
The night was open. The rain was open.
To live to the cycles of the season means to live in the present. Like a sapling rooted in earth notices the longer days of spring, feels the soft wind rustle in its branches, stretches in the first summer storm, and rests in the slowness of winter. Like this sapling, we sit within the grandness of nature and let the seasons wash over us. Living with the slow rhythm of the earth means to live traditionally, to learn from the gentle ways of nature. Whether that is slowing down to watch my duck in the stream, or whether that's the way that we cook or harvest or sow or build, listening to these old ways lets us move softly, more attuned to the earth and the seasons.
Every time that I think that we're ready to go, Hattie gets out and she dries herself off on a rock, and I think that it's time to go. And then just as I'm about to pick her up, she just jumps back in and goes for another swim. How can I stop her? When me and Hattie were on our way home from the creek, we realized we should pop into the magnolia forest because it's magnolia season and it's just so magical to collect these, and I might bake a cake from it. I'm not sure yet. I'll decide as I harvest.
Cooking, inspired by the ever-changing beauty of nature, is a joy that is deeply rooted in foraging. When the magnolia forests bloom, inspiration comes. Traditionally, food was considered a valuable resource, but in a modern world where supermarkets stock out-of-season vegetables at all times, so many have forgotten the value of food. When the seasons turn and suddenly something else is in season, we appreciate it and think up thousands of recipes so that we can cherish the beauty of fresh food. The forest of magnolias always blooms at this time of year, and it might be my favourite place on earth. Walking home from the stream through pink petals. The briefness of this fleeting season of flowers always brings me so much inspiration. These edible flowers are the oldest flower on earth, and they were around almost 100 million years ago. This predates the evolution of bees, so it's thought that they were originally pollinated by beetles instead. Each year at this fleeting time, we cook something from magnolias and try to capture the essence of this beautiful flower that will soon fall. We've made salads and ferments, we've made cocktails and cakes, and this year, as I harvest and smell the strong fragrance, I'm trying to think of something new. I decided to cook a gluten-free, low-carb ricotta cheesecake with magnolia fermented honey. So the first step is cleaning the flowers. I'm covering the flowers with local honey, and then I'll leave them overnight to ferment. All of the flavours of the magnolia will infuse into the honey, and then this will make a delicious sauce for the cake. I actually cooked this cake in a slow cooker because our oven is broken, and it surprisingly tasted so good. Now I'm excited about cooking lots of cakes and desserts in the slow cooker. I've been building my bamboo camper for the back of my truck. I started by pouring out the solution that's been soaking for the past few weeks, and now, hopefully, no termites will want to eat it. Then I made a fish mouth joint with a big bamboo, but I did it wrong and the joint wasn't very strong, and I realized that it would be better if it's more lightweight, so I broke it off and replaced it with smaller bamboo and started building these joints instead. I'm challenging myself to learn old crafts and really use my hands. There are so many arts that are being forgotten, and more our hands aren't appreciated as tools. When an algorithm can create a painting or a poem or write an essay with a few taps of our fingers on the keyboard, it makes me question what creativity is left for us. So in this modern world, I try to really use my hands, and it's hard. I get cuts all over my fingers and blisters and sore muscles, but that creativity feels like nothing else. Being able to see something physical slowly come to life with my own actions. Learning these traditional skills is so much fun. It's hard work, and it would definitely be easier if I went and bought some plywood and built some square thing on the back of this truck, but the joy of piecing together all of these materials that are completely free as well is so fun and so inspiring. These traditional skills are so underappreciated and so many will be forgotten. So I engage in the act of remembering, and my body remembers. In muscle memory, these actions forge themselves. In generations of doers and their knowledge passed down to me, I try to appreciate these hands that are worn with blisters and stories. To build slowly with hand tools and traditional techniques moves to these cycles of the season. I learn slowly, like spring's arrival in blooms and insects. I work gently, like the waters flowing from the mountains. And I often sit in the complexity of what lies ahead, understanding that my skills are limited, but they will slowly grow like a sapling, my project shifting like the season ahead. Everything will come in time.
No eating.
I also harvested some more bamboo for the next part of the project, the bed and the roof, and then it was finally time to put the frame up. I made more than a few mistakes along the way, but to fail is just to learn, and I'm so grateful for all the lessons that this bamboo is teaching me.
Why is that so long? Oh my god. No. No.
To make the bamboo pins, I just cut the offcuts of bamboo into tiny pieces. These traditional techniques teach me patience. It's hard work, and it would be easier to build this whole thing out of plywood or perfectly square beams. But I love that this bamboo isn't just more beautiful than the products that you could buy at the store. It's a regenerative practice of harvesting an invasive weed and building from it. And it's completely free.
And probably yes.
I'm so excited about the finished frame, and next week I have big plans to build the roof. You can see an in-depth episode on this build on my own channel, Anastasia Vanderbyl.
There's this magical time of year in the rainforest when the fireflies come out, and it's the most spectacular thing. They just dance through the forest, and at the start of spring all the frogs start to call, the fireflies come out, and it's my favourite time of year. And tonight is actually my birthday, and I do this kind of ritual where I come out and I try to spot the fireflies.
On these warmer days, as spring begins to rise over the mountains with the sun, the garden begins to thrive.
Off the garden, stay off the garden. You know you're not allowed to go on garden. Yeah? No. Clover off the garden. Oh no. Oh no.
We can't grow all of our own food, but in the routines guided by the earth, we try to grow as much as we can that is grown from our own hands. This garden is mostly for herbs, so that we can flavour each meal with a depth of different choices. With our feet rooted in earth, we understand these old ways of being connected to what you grow, understanding the soil, the seasons, the sun, and ourselves working as one. But it isn't just the seeds that we are able to sow into the soil, it's what the earth gives us in return. The gentle movement, soft sun, and microbes beneath our feet. The joy of watching something that you grew yourself. The nourishment of organic herbs harvested fresh.
Give me a moment to dream a bit.
We've been working here on Mum's kitchen garden and it's coming together. We had all the chia growing here and just pulled it out, and now we've laid down some cardboard and put mulch and compost on top, and it's really working well. We've also planted this row of comfrey here at the edge, and they're starting to grow new little leaves, so they seem happy. And comfrey is so good as a border because it's got these really deep roots, so it pulls all the nutrients up for the other plants, but at the same time it doesn't let any weeds come in from the other side or any grass grow into the garden, so it's just the perfect border plant. So now I'm just planting some herbs for the kitchen garden.
Beyond our minds, oh, come with me.
Maybe a whole pea is good. Alright. This might be it. No, barefoot shoveling's the way to go. I made this skirt almost 2 years ago from lots of scraps of denim from the op shop. I patched them all together carefully to create a patchwork of denim. Since I made this skirt, I have worn it so often that it started to wear quite a bit in certain little patches because it's all made from different denim. The different denim wears differently. So this one, which is Julia's old pair of painting jeans, has started to wear out, so I'm going to replace that today. The denim is in a box upstairs in my storage spot that I built last year. Ta-da! This is an old half pair of jeans that I saved. I can't remember from what. It must have been a broken pair of jeans, but it's got a good fly in it and it's got some nice denim that I'm going to use today. The act of repairing is a tradition that has been lost in the modern world. Instead of seeing a hole in our favourite jeans or skirt and fixing it, it's so often thrown away and something new is bought instead. It's the art of appreciating that has been forgotten. Throughout history, fabric and textiles have always been an art that's cherished and a necessity that is valued. A dress would be worn 1,000 times and passed between hands until it was finally threadbare, but even then it would be used as a rag or some new purpose would be found, because it was known that the production of textiles was such a hard process. Now, new clothes are made every day and humans consume just to consume. There are enough clothes on the planet right now to dress the next 8 generations. But still, every day, hundreds of millions of garments are created. So I always try to appreciate what I already have, and this means valuing repairing over everything else. Hi! Hello! Hey! Hey, big snuggler! This is a traditional Japanese embroidery technique, sashiko. It's visible mending that reinforces holes in weak fabric by creating beautiful patterns. Instead of seeing a hole in a skirt as something ugly, we can shift our lens and see these layers of stories as something beautiful and so full of life. I think the trick is to avoid trends. Instead of seeing the latest styles in fashion and buying into these quick marketing ploys, we can see beautiful pieces for what they are and not have to buy new clothes every season because our clothes from the year earlier are deemed obsolete. I always try to sew in this way, to create pieces that I will love and I will always love. This skirt I made with the intention of a piece that will last forever. Firstly, because I can always mend it, but secondly, because the style is timeless and so myself. I'm so happy with how it worked out. I'm gonna wear this skirt even more now. It's so cute with all the layers of history sewn between the seams. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Indira Elias for her music in this video. Indira grew up just over the hills and she's been here since the start. Our earliest video was set to her angelic tunes. She's just released a new single, so please support her incredible music. The links are all in our description. And thank you so much to our patrons for your support on our journey.